Hi, Darren Hall here from tradingthehorses.com. Just going to make a series of videos just demonstrating some of the trading methods that you can actually use with the software. Here you can see we're on the Trading the Horses grid screen. It's Kempton 2:30. We're on the 13th of May. We've got around about 7 minutes before the off, so it's quite a good time to go in and just take a look and see if there's any opportunities for us to maybe just trade a little bit on this particular race. Got some other tutorial videos which explain a lot more about the setup of the software, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. I'm just going to show you some of the things that we're looking out for while we try and make our positions and get into the actual market itself. So if we look here, we've got the Betfair information on this side, which is obviously all the details about the horses, the win market, prices, back and lay, and the amount that's been matched. Similarly in the place market, and over here on the Trading the Horses side, again we've got the place market, which we sort of use as our yardstick or our benchmark for what the prices are going to be. We've got the win market as it was at 10 o'clock and as it was 10 minutes ago, so you can identify trends going upwards or downwards with the particular selections. And then we've got the bookmaker prices as well, which are actually being shown on the screen here as well. So we've got a good range of information there that we actually use, and generally what we're looking for again is just indicators. Don't think this is some mystical software which is certainly going to say that all these prices are going to be exactly what we're suggesting here. It's just giving us an idea in order to spot patterns and trends and identify whether the market is going to move upwards or downwards, so we can take a position and hopefully trade out for a little bit of profit. What we like to do is perhaps take a look at maybe avoid perhaps the favourite or perhaps the front two in the market, purely because that's where certainly as a beginner you might want to avoid that, because that's where a lot of the action is going to be in terms of the sort of full time and where the pros are going to be trading. So it's quite good sometimes just to look slightly further down the market, and okay, the prices might be slightly bigger, but it's a little bit less volatile, and certainly while you're learning the ropes and looking at the software, then it's a good chance to do it. So we're looking at this third favourite here, and over time we can see there on the graph it's sort of steadily sort of come in price. We've got a current price of 4.6. Place price is 171, and it's the software suggesting around about 167, and the bookmaker price as well has come in over that period of time. So again, we're looking at all the indicators is that this horse will still continue to come in. It's actually got the second highest amount matched on it as well. So if we nip across to our API software here, which is Geeks Toy, when we loaded this up, we centered all the ladders sort of around about here, so you can see it's coming a little bit since then. So this sort of suggests there's a good opportunity to back. So what we're going to do is just put a small stake into the market. We're going to get in at 4.5 if we can. We've actually got the book reversed here, so we're actually asking for a price. We're not taking the price which is on offer. We're actually taking the back price, which is actually at the lay price. So we've gone in there at 4.5. So we've just a basic £25 stake, and we're just going to take a look there. I mean, there's not a lot of sort of scope for movement which is there, but we're just going to keep an eye on this. It's dropping down to 4.5. There's quite a lot of money starting to build on here, so the general sort of trend is good. Now we need to watch because it hasn't really got much below here, so this could sort of be a ceiling point, certainly when we get to around about these sort of numbers as well. But that's what's called a crossover point, so it may well be that we need to look to perhaps just get out of that particular point and see if we can get matched at 4.1. I might have been a little bit slow there and it's bounced back on me, but there's still a bit of money there. So we're queued here at 4.1, but you can see immediately that the software did identify a trend downwards, and like I say, we took it at 4.5. You can see there, and we're looking to get out at 4.1. So that was quite a good movement down there. I don't know if I was just a little bit slow at picking that last one back up, and it may well be that I just need to just scratch out of this or just take a. You can see some bigger money actually appearing on this side now. and that's more to do with the fact that I was talking rather than actually missing the opportunity. So we take that, we get out at 4.4, which will give us a 1 tick profit. Because again, what it's identifying is the movement of the software itself. So you can see we've been matched there. So we've made 56p, or we've got £2.50 green on this particular selection. So what we'll do is we'll go back in again and look at the particular trend. I mean, it's still suggesting there, but it's downwards. The price has come down actually 10% over the last 10 minutes as well. We've only got a couple of minutes before the off. So, but we can see some bigger stakes going in here. So that this may or may not be real money. It's money that's sort of pushing the price about. But you can sort of get the idea here that again, the software is identifying, you know, that although it's saying that price, we're not actually at that price now. What's restricting this now is we've got some big stakes here, which is naturally stopping the price, and this may well just be someone trying to manipulate the market, for example. So we're not actually necessarily calling anything wrong, but we've got to trade what we see on the actual screen itself. In terms of that, then whilst those stakes are going in, I'm a little bit wary of going in, because you could well get trapped behind a sort of spoof amount which is actually in there. You can see though that the price has not really sort of moved too much. We can see the actual range there, so it's quite sort of tight range. I mean, there's not really been a lot of activity on any of these horses. In fact, this fourth favourite has probably been more sort of movement there. But we've got the warning signs there from the software that the race is about to start. I didn't put my clock out on actually, but so we can see there we made a 1 tick profit. But again, that just sort of gives you an example of how you may well want to trade that particular race.
I'm out of here, man.
Okay, so we moved on to the next race here, which is the 240 at York. Bit more significant race here. It's a Dante Festival meeting which is on, so we're going to find generally that these sort of races are going to be a bit more liquidity within them. We've obviously got more prize money on offer, better quality racing as well. So we may well find that we're going to have much more sort of stable markets as compared to some of the less attractive meetings. And again, that's a consideration to look out for as well. So we do need to take a lot of factors into consideration, not just a case of blindly going in and just following here what's on the screen. There's a lot of things that again you sort of need to consider, but we're just trying to show some initial pointers that can actually help you. And sometimes it's just good to go in and just actually watch the market and see what it does. I mean, the nature of this is it's obviously quite a high priced up race, if you see what I mean. So there's not going to be any sort of violent sort of swings or movements here. So this could well be that we're just looking to get perhaps short sort of movements. We can't necessarily say that initially looking at this that anything's going to sort of steam in or drift right out, but we'll take a look anyway and just see what's on offer. So again, we're interested in something which stands out on this side in terms of the information which it's showing for the place market. So immediately we're looking at this favourite here at the top, and there's quite a gap there between the place price as it is currently and what the software is suggesting it should be. Also the indications are, but the second favourite should drift as well. The price is starting to come in. It's not done anything over the last 10 minutes, so it stayed fairly static. The bookmaker price is suggesting that it would come in as well. So they're starting perhaps to cut the prices on that particular selection as well. So this might be an opportunity to get in and actually back the favourite. So if we go in here again, we've got the ladders which were loaded up and we're centred there. You can see we've got a large amount, and again you need to sort of trade what you see as well. You know, there's no point. I've got £25 that I'm going in here with just as a sort of tester sort of stake, but again that's a lot of money there, but it's got to get through in order for the price to take one sort of movement. So I'll be interested to see if some of this money starts to get taken, in which case I'll be more confident to put my own money in the market. No point me just diving in and trying to get matched here when this price clearly is not going to go anywhere because there's a big wad of money there which is just blocking it. So we can just hear the race from before just actually ending. Still got one of the screens loaded up there, but so yeah, we're not expecting too much movement on this race, but we'll see if we can actually get something out of it. We're starting to get a little bit of movement here, like you can see on the second favourite. Again, this is why having this sort of software is really a godsend, and you really do need it if you're having any sort of trading. This is a Geeks toy, but equally BetAngel, which you can take a look at as well, because you're not going to pick this up just by looking at the Betfair screens. And to have all this information there, immediately we can look at this screen and okay, going across it, they're all fairly sort of static prices, but we've got an idea that this one sort of started to move. This one's not really done anything, but here now we're starting to see perhaps a bit of a movement, so perhaps good opportunity there. There's a lot of money on that side, so we're going to get in there at 10. You can see there we've been matched, and let's just snip back onto the screen there, still suggesting that the price is going to start coming down. It's still very high in comparison to what the current place market price is at the moment. So we're starting to see a movement here, so we're going down from 10, remember, was where we backed at. Now what we need to look at there, straight away we've had a good swing down. Again, we're looking at some of the money here which is perhaps propping it up, but the price is still dropping. Obviously it's not going to drop forever, and there's a big wodge of money coming there as well. So it's just identifying where the actual sort of ceiling point is. I mean, a lot of time people would want to go in and just get in and just take a very small amount, just what we call scalping. We'll just back and lay around two particular prices, and we can even set the software up to do that for us. So as soon as a back bet gets matched, it drops a lay bet into the market. So you can see there we took £25 at 10 to back, and we laid it at 9.2. So basically we've got a free £20 on the selection, which if we actually greened it out would be £2.13 across all the runners in the market. So again, we're just playing here with very small stakes just to show you the concept, but you can see again with the size of the figures in the market that this is totally scalable. But while you're testing it, then just get used to playing around with sort of small stakes and seeing what you can actually do. So obviously I'm talking all the time here and probably missing opportunities left, right and centre. Ordinarily you wouldn't be waiting that amount of time, but again we can look here. The suggestion is still, but the trend is going down. Bookmaker price is going down. It's dropped 6% in the last 10 minutes, 4%. So that's sort of been its benchmark price from 10 o'clock this morning. It's getting closer, but it would suggest that it's not perhaps quite reached its ceiling limit yet. The price is still continuing to drop, so we're going to see if we can. I've just missed a big opportunity there because a big wad of money came in. We can see there that it's dropped significantly, so I've missed a big chance there. But again, it's good in a way in the sense that we are demonstrating. Obviously I'm talking here and trying to do it at the same time, which is not ideal, but again, the software is showing us the direction that we're moving in. The point now is possibly going to get to a point where it may well look to turn around the other way, but all the indicators initially were that the price was going to go down. Like I say, it started off at 10. We're now hitting 7. This is a massive swing here going down. This would have been a really good swing trade to have been on. I think again, if I wasn't too busy sat here chatting, then we would have spotted that and just left it running. But we've made a few ticks profit there, so we're on £25 stakes. It's not too bad, but you can see there's lots of opportunities. It's not just about the initial one that you actually take. You just again looking out. Price still suggesting it would drop. Conversely, we look across. If we look at the ladder here that we've got, we'll see here that obviously the second favourite has got to start to drift, its third favourite is starting to drift because of the knock-on effect. But we could see perhaps the price starting to turn here, so that may be an indicator that you could actually get back on the other side and try and follow the trend going back up as well. But it's still a lot of weight of money pushing that price down there, so it is still sort of continues to drop, but we can see immediately there the second favourite could have been one that you could have traded as well. So again, it's just really is just all about the signals, and again we can hear there the sound of the software warning me that it's coming towards the start of the race. But we can see there from where we got involved with right up at 10 that the price now at the off is down to 7.6. So again, a good indicator by the software of exactly where the price was going to go. Okay, on to the next race, which is the 250 at Newcastle. Just a forerunner race here, so a little bit different, but quite interesting to see how this market actually moves. Obviously a lot less liquidity than we're going to see at York, for example. I mean, if we flip back onto the screens there, we can see, well, that's right at the off, but we nearly got £1 million matched on there. We're now dropping down to 63,000, so perhaps a little bit early to get involved with this, but you can see here that even the 315 at York, which is still almost half an hour away, is nearly up to 350,000 matched already. So you can see that the quality and the types of races again are significant as well. The more money that's in the market, the more liquidity there is just going to give you a more stable market. Going to be a lot more volatile in a lot of these lesser sort of races or lesser meetings. Doesn't mean there's not still opportunities, but you just got to be wary of that. It doesn't take as much money to sort of start shifting the prices around. But again, the software is going to point us in the direction of that. So if we flip across onto our forerunner screen here, like I say, we've got 6 minutes 55 before the off. So initially, like I say, every time we're just looking here, and first of all, and there may not even be any opportunity here. We're fairly tight on all of the prices at the moment, with very little movement there. Since 10 o'clock, been a significant move downwards for this favourite in 30%. So it's come in from 3.55 at 10 o'clock. It's into 248 now. So quite a bit of money back in this favourite. You can see there, but it's actually come down through the screen there. Sorry, that's the other race loaded in the background. I need to turn these sounds off, but it's giving me an indicator that things are going on as well. So yeah, so we've got a move on the favourite there. Second favourite has drifted by 8%, and significantly has obviously come back in. It's drifted again by 11% over that period. So a little bit more volatile, but the general trend seems to be outwards. The bookies are starting to push the price outwards as well. So second favourite is looking like a possible. All the arrows are pointing red. The price is going to drift. Software saying that the price is currently too short. So this may be an opportunity to go in and actually lay the second favourite. So we're going to look. Not too much money in the market at the moment. We've still got 6 minutes before the off, but we're going to get in. I think try and get in here at 395. Maybe that we've just missed the opportunity there, but we're queued up anyway. Like I say, we've reversed the book here, so we're not getting matched straight away, obviously, because the which we're asking for a price rather than taking what's there. So there, we've got matched there at 395. So we're just going to look at where the price is looking to go. I mean, it's sort of leveled off a bit in terms of software, so it may not be a great deal of movement coming here. So we're going to put a price up there in case it spikes up. If it does, we can always take it out again, which we've just done there. It's starting to move again now, so starting to push up. Here we go. So again, you can see that the ladder's starting to move. So we're not going to get too greedy here. Just particularly while I'm talking as well, it's a little bit less difficult to concentrate, but you can see there big wad of money come in there. If I can pull my stake out quick enough, see if we can grab one more tick. As I say, I don't want to get too greedy, but we can see there we spotted the trend came in. We were down there at that bottom level there, and we're just going in. Okay, so we got some of it matched anyway there. We went in with a partial stake, so what we'll do is we'll take what we've already got there and then look for the next opportunity. I didn't realise while I was talking that that second one had actually got matched, so but you can see immediately we've picked the trend up. Nothing much has moved on the favourite. This third favourite's actually the one that started to come in as well, so maybe some opportunities based around that as well. So again, we're looking here, this is drifting a little bit. The bookmakers are still suggesting that this price is starting to, or should be going out. It's still 204, so again we could still see this second favourite may well come back in and bounce out again, so that's again what we could be wary of. It's still looking to me like it's priced too high. Been a significant movement there even over the last 10 minutes, although it's levelling off a little bit now. So there may be an opportunity here where it gets down, it hits its lowest sort of point. There's going to be some sort of resistance point down here. It's going to hit there and then go back up again. So that's sort of the time we obviously want to be laying it when it's down at its lowest sort of level. We're just looking at this amount here to see if it is actually real money, because there's more money building on this side. So again, you've got to trade what you see. You can't just sort of take it blindly based on the figures that are there. But it looks like it's hitting a lower point, so I don't think we're going to get in front of that. Let's see if we can get in at 4.2. I think we might have just missed that one. Okay, but again it's gone in there, but there's some extra money building on that side now, which is starting to push it down, so which has now just been taken out, so perhaps shows that it may not have been real money. Again, I'm going to put in a back bet up there in case it spikes back up. It's getting pushed back up again. We can hover over that, because again, if this is not real money or gets taken very quickly, we can always shift it up a notch. All the time we're mindful of our figures here that we had. Remember, we got in at a lay at 4.2 there, so we could obviously scratch that now anyway, with the way the movement's going. But there's large sums going in here, and again it's just starting to be pushed up, so we should get matched there. So again, we've got matched, just taken a little bit extra out of the market. Again, we can see, but it's getting close to its sort of leveling off point again. Probably this seems to be round about the sort of ceiling price of it. It's going to start coming back down again, so you can gradually start to see the way that the market starts to move. And okay, there may be some distortions at the very end. We're getting very close to the off now, which I'd like to be all out and done and dusted. So we can see here that we can take a fully green figure there of £2.47, which again we're playing on £25 stakes here, so towards 10%. So you can see again as you scaled that up. But again, the key thing is the fact that the software identified the trend. It showed us where it was going. We can see here now that the price has just gone sky high. It was nearly off our screen there. You can see where we were playing around before, and the race is about to go off. Hence why my screen is going ballistic. So we're going to close it off there. And like I say, I hope that's given you a good indication of the sort of things that we can actually look for the software. As I say, one of the key elements is going in here and actually identifying just the way the actual market's going to move and the way the trends are going to go. We're obviously picking up very much on the place market prices, because that's giving us an accurate indication of where the market's moving. We're then considering that based on the prices at 10 o'clock and 10 minutes ago, and also a trend from the bookmakers as well. So when all these things start to stack up in our favour, we can then make a decision as to where we're actually going to get into the market. So this race has just gone in play, so we can't obviously do anything more with that. We're going to record a lot more videos and series, and I'm going to be demonstrating some of the other pointers again on some shorter videos as well. So I hope you found that interesting, and happy trading.